Per my analysis so far, what do I think will be a more difficult challenge, Daze or Rezo? Daze. The story of this tournament is gonna be, is Daze gonna beat everybody? Okay, it's not, am I gonna beat everybody? We've already been there before. My answer has already been yes a bunch of times. Daze, alright? Pay attention. YouTube people, sorry this is so late. I got sick with a little bit of food poisoning the other night. I don't know, I had some like whack-ass Brussels sprouts and had a pretty rough Series E and stream after that, so I've been recovering since then. But nonetheless, I'm back to my full strength recently and practicing hard again. Mostly playing against random net players and Celestial, but trying real hard about it. Focusing on Giovanna. I've been squeezing in sets with Daze and other Giovannas the last couple days. Shoutouts to Barky Crayon for the help. He's beaten me like the last 3 times that we played in tournament, which is like, it's not uncharacteristic, right? Because Daze is really good. And it's not like I'm getting blown out, so that's not abnormal. He's one of the best players in North America, for sure. So I don't mind somebody as strong as me having my number. And to me, he's like the big boy at Revo, besides me. Everybody's afraid of me, apparently. I'm afraid of, I'm afraid of Daze. Reason being is I'm pretty cold on Giovanna. I play against her, like, super mega rarely. Like, I play against Faust more than I play against Gio. Characters that aren't like Leo, Soul, or Ramlethal, I don't see them very often at all, and that's just the way it is. It's not as if I have zero tactics or game plan or that I can't keep up with Daze. It's just like muscle memory, you know, you forget things, drop combos, you don't answer things in the right way. I've made this like the #1 matchup I want to focus on prior to Revo. Let's get a basic game plan onto paper. And the hard part about Gio is definitely the neutral. Due to her ability to control the spacing on screen freely with her dash and her backdash, you know how she goes like back and forth like a mouse pointer, it's pretty simple for her to avoid or harass Nagoriyuki from anywhere on the screen. Usually, Nago wants to control the ground with 2S and 5S and 5H, but she can like ID over all of these, or just dash in from downtown with 5H or 5S, which just might hit Nago doing, you know, anything. Or if Nago whiffs, then she can just whiff punish with 5H. So it's like this game of cat and mouse, right? They're like moving across the screen together, like not trying to move too far back. Giovanna, since she's way more mobile, she generally doesn't spend too much time in Nago's money range, you know, like where you get like 2S into spin or 5SSS or any of that. She doesn't want to be there, so she sits away from him, out of 5H range and stuff, since if Nago just swings at the air, she can just whiff punish. If Nago tries to move up by dashing, if she just moves forward and hits any button, he might just get hit. So in the matchup, Nago's role is either to sit there, hit her on the approach, or try and score a cheap hit with spin. And when it comes to defense and offense, there's not much to it. Gio and Nago, besides like the context of Nago selecting certain options depending on how much blood he has, they're very straightforward and obvious. Like, they're both doing close slash repressures and frame traps, tick grabs. It's harder to defend against Giovanna with her fast redash pressures and tick grabs, but on the other hand, Nago gets like, you know, much better reward, right? And sometimes he can just 2-touch you. It doesn't matter what character you are. And he's also got that command grab and then the pressure afterwards. Something to be said is that both characters are not very good at leaving the corner against each other. It's pretty tough. And if one of them breaks the wall, positive bonus is ridiculous. So this is one of those matchups where whoever gets the first big hit is likely to get a big lead. So things I would like to show when I play that tournament match with Daze is how good Nago's 6P is against Gio's approaches on the ground and on the air. The reason why you see Gio doing like YOLO 2S and YOLO 2D, seeing Gio spam 2D for no reason. Well, against Nago, not only does it low profile 6P, 5S, sometimes it avoids 5H depending on blood level, 5K, 5P, and like on and on and on. It also nets her a huge combo on counter hit, and it is completely safe on block. Amazing. Top 3 normals in the game, free. Things I don't want to do is get antsy and whiff 5H from across the screen, thinking Daze is just gonna veer into it, right? You know, any Giovanna who's played the game for more than like 2 hours will just dash in 5H from downtown. So that's an easy way for me to just feed around away. This is not necessary, but making her block 5H is fair game though, if I'm in range, which is why it's important, again, to have her back to the wall, where I have all the space to maneuver, and she can't back onto my buttons. Something particular to Daze is that he tends to go for a lot of anti-defensive meter usage repressures once he has you in the corner. Think like close slash, jump cancel into JHJD on big bodies, shimmying, close slash 5S into waiting, you know, that type of thing. So it makes it kind of like risky to spend meter, and then like if you like press buttons, she might just backdash and maneuver outside of her range. To counterplay all that, I'm gonna try and be less risky with my meter and opt for escaping the corner with IBFD, instant block faultless defense, the one word. It's like Dragon Ball Reflect where they get pushed all the way across the screen. If I'm afraid of tick grab, I'll do grab PRC, and I want to avoid YRC and reversal super. YRC is especially bad, in my opinion. I don't like YRC at all because of the meter lockout and its counter hit recovery, pretty easy to bait. So that's the last thing on my list. Besides that, ain't nothing to it. Daze is the one I'm afraid of, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I can easily just destroy him, or it could be a nice clean fight, or you know, he could 3-0 me. It's all fair game. We'll talk about Symbolist and Flash and Jonathan Tene in the next video, and we'll talk about the other group, which is gonna be Razzo, Tene, and Flash, and we'll see what happens there. Alright, y'all be good. Take care.